You sound like Michael Dorn just now. Can you do a Michael Dorn impression? You got to be able to do it.
If they're all in that range, Captain. Wait, what's the thing he says? Captain.
I'm getting goosebumps. That's great.
And then my James Earl Jones, he's more wide, and he goes big, and he enunciates every single word, and then so media, you'll hear every letter. So like what was it, like, flesh stronger than steel, like George. Oh, I knew George, and I was good, damn good. So I went blind. He has that. I can't. It's off right now. But.
I swear to God, if you're talking to like Shazam or whatever, so I don't know. It's an app, not the movie.
Yeah.
What is it? What is it called? There's an app that can like hear you.
Shazam.
There's a 90% chance you are James Earl Jones.
Scar. Yeah, it's very. You deliberately disobeyed me, and what's worse is you put Nala in danger. Yeah, he has this danger and this thing when he smiles, and he says it very, very charismatically, very thoroughly, very well enunciated. I do a Donald Trump, and I'm always like, well, if you say it like everything you're saying is a gift, and everything's like magnanimous, that is where it starts. So everything he says, believe it or not, if he's giving you a compliment, it's very rare because the compliment he'll say for himself, and it's this whole thing, but you go into that body of it, and then it changes. Yeah.
One of your actor friends on Walking Dead, Ross Marquand.
Yeah.
Or as Chris Hardwick says, Marquand.
Yeah.
He is famous for being sort of a hammy imitator as well.
I mean,
do you guys have like back and forth? He's
all
Chris
the time.
Walken to your James Earl Jones?
We'll do Chris Walkens together. We go through all of it. Yeah, it's a very. He's beyond like. What he does is not what I do. Like his is a whole. He has an ear for it. Like, and he can. I think we were both doing like. We both just watched Invincible, and he was in it, but we had just watched it, and we're like, and so we're speaking. We're trying to talk more like Parker.
Yeah, is that who you're doing?
Yeah, but I can't think of this guy. Yeah, J.K. Simmons. J.K. Yeah, it's a terrible imitation.
Wait a second. Did your parents get a policy with home?
You just keep your like home insurance. Yeah, you just keep your like cheekbones together and go for it from there.
I think, in a lot of ways, you took over as the heart of The Walking Dead from Dale. The people, the fans loved him because you're such a humanist and such a wonderfully loving guy. And you feel like you're that character in The Walking Dead because you're a loyal subject and protector of the king. And there's a scene, I watched the whole thing, and you just like, you have a family at home, but this girl's worried that this guy's been taken away. And that's, I can't remember the name. He was in the Harry Potter movie. I can't remember his name.
Dan Fogler?
I think, yes, that's the guy.
Yeah,
and you went and your character went out into the herd to go after him because the girl was concerned. And you have a family at home.
I went after Elijah. Yeah, I went after Elijah. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry,
for that.
I forgot what. Yeah,
but they were out there too. They were like Luke and Jules were out there too.
So it's just like, I think in the show, in a lot of ways, you became like that people thought this is the guy that gives a shit and is always going to give a shit, and is probably your safest harbor to go to in the Walking Dead universe. I don't know. That's my opinion about it.
I agree actually with that. I do believe you're going to be safest with Jerry.
Yeah.
Like if you look at the history now of my character, and I mean, it's me. I'm Jerry. It's so me. No, but when you think about what he's done. From everything, I call it the 9 lives of Jerry. Like Jerry should have been dead 100 times over. We had the massacre where all the kingdom was like shot up and destroyed. I was there, but like I must have been like behind a bus or something. I don't know what I was.
Big bus.
Yeah, I took a nap somewhere, and then so we have that moment. We have the cave. End of season 10. I'm going through that horde. To take out the Whisperers and move the entire herd out the other direction with the speaker. We do all these things, and we make a joke, and then like even go into the when we're in the Find the Variant this final season, and I've had to like figure out like, well, is Jerry a shitty dad? He keeps leaving his kids with Nabila, but I then realized it's like, no, it's just family units aren't quite the same as they were. Like Jerry is one of the best fighters, in in the show, and it's a safe harbor, right? And so whenever he has to go, he doesn't want to, but that's his duty. And he also knows in order for the system to work, he's got to play his part into that.
He's got to step up.
Yeah, that's the only way it works, when everyone does what they're fully capable of, and no one hides back, is how the kingdom survived until we got cheated by that stupid gun. They were nothing. We were killing everybody. Man, we're doing so good.
Oh God! I'm in my head. I'm laughing still at your impressions. I got to get out of that.
When we do the Chris Walken also, because I say it like this. Here's the. Oh, that's my neck cracking. Okay, this won't be a perfect Walken. It'll not. But here's the trick for doing a walk-in.
Okay.
This is for everyone listening. Okay. Is this a watching or a listening thing? Are they watching?
It's watching, yeah.
Oh, they're watching? Then I'm watching you. How's that? All right. First, it starts with a New York accent, and you can be very generic with it. Like walking a dog, drinking coffee. All right. Let's just do that. All right. Do you do a walk-in?
Oh, the ice. It's going to break.
Okay.
That's all I got.
Okay. This will help. Okay.
What are you doing?
Walking a dog, drinking coffee.
Walking a dog, drinking coffee.
All right, now we slow it down. Walking a dog and drinking coffee.
Walking a dog and drinking coffee.
Slower.
This is coffee talk on SNL.
Yeah, go slower.
Walking a dog and drinking coffee.
Now the next thing, we do this sort of like this wave 4 thing. Walking a dog while drinking coffee.
Walking a dog while drinking coffee.
Now then the next is, then you have to do the Prairie Home Companion. You know that show? This is the Prairie Home Companion. Welcome to the.
I've heard of it. I've never heard audio from it.
And there's this voice, but you get this haze that's added to the voice. It's almost like Harry, the matter of every.
Harry Potter.
It's sort of there, but it's around here. But then you use that haze. And you mix it with the walking a dog, drinking coffee. Then you add the walking a dog, drinking coffee. And then you got to get these high kind of squeaks. And then it becomes New York, walking a dog and drinking coffee. And then you got to add this rasp. This is not mine. I can't do any imitations this weekend. This is why Ross is so much better, because he's always on it. But when you mix these together, walking a dog, drinking coffee, walking a dog, drinking coffee, and then you sort of let things stand where they are, and so anyway, you can get to some variation of that. But those are the hints. So, New York accent, slow it down, make it go up and down again, and then never stop where one would think you would, and then it becomes you break up the variation.
Have a lot of time on the set. I'm telling you right now to perfect this. Again,
sounds like I could have used a little more time.
Every question I have to off, it's just ridiculous. Listen, I'm going to quite get these up quickly. I loved Halt and Catch Fire. It's one of my favorite shows ever.
Oh, really?
Ever.
Awesome.
I tell people about it all the time. I had a ringtone. I'm like an ambassador for a show that has been on for years. Because I'm like, every single season, it's like, I feel like I'm living the history of my life in a certain era.
Yeah.
And it feels authentic, and the guy goes into a room and he sees, I am a Macintosh, everything, all of it. And the guy standing naked in front of a truck, which became what I would say to my friends, when I got sick of doing something. I'm like, you're going to see me standing naked in front of a burning truck because I don't want to do it. It became like a shorthand for.
Yeah.
I reference the show so often, and I loved you as part of the mutiny.
Yeah, mutiny, yeah.
And I saw you, I'm like, oh, no, because I've seen you in things. And I'm like, so I don't know. That was just a fan.
I love that show. Yeah.
And you must, I don't want to go into it because I was going to say, what's it like being on the show? And you're going to say, well, the cast and.
Well, they were. The cast is always cool. Scoot, Toby, Mackenzie. They're really,
How did they do to keep you in the 80s? Do they have any tricks to sort of train you, just like to train Stranger Things kids to sort of live in the 80s and think differently? And
I think they just went with those auditions and hoped those people got as close to it as possible. Yeah. So it was, but it was interesting because that was definitely my mom's. That would have been my mom's age. It started out in 1983, and I think I play mid-20s. In that era, and that was my mom, and so
yeah.
But you realize certain things just really didn't change that much, and some things are so ridiculously changed that it's sort of like when people, like when you do a casting and they're like, oh, this person's from New York. I'm like, okay, but they don't need to have a New York accent. Like, not, it was like, if you're from Georgia, not everyone sounds like this in Georgia. You know, this is pretty, like, if you go out far away
people
from
move
Atlanta.
around a lot. It's hard
so
to,
it's a very, the accents are, I don't know where I'm going with that, but with the 80s, it's very, you know, they give us some of that dialogue, and then once you put us in those, like, short shorts and high socks, it's like, all right, well, that sort of does have to work. And then we start talking about, like, whatever, you know, sprite imaging and whatever the other, you know, computer lingo we would be talking about. But what was cool about that show, that was my first one. There was this scene I do with Mackenzie where, like, on the Cameron character, where you're like, oh yeah, your character's gonna try kissing her, but then she's gonna, like, slam you all and put a knife to your throat, you know, and it's gonna be, I'm like, what? And then originally it was supposed to be a thing where she was passed out and I try making a move on her when she's passed out, that character, and then I'm like, thank God, like, I didn't know clue, and then when we shoot the other scene where she puts the knife up to me, and they're like, well, it was such a great scene, you guys did so great, but we got rid of it. We just love your character, and so we don't want to have people, like, have that in their mind with your character. And I was like, okay. So I was only supposed to be on that for a few episodes, and then it lasted for the 3 years. So I was pretty happy about how that turned out.
Ska.
No,
please. I'm not.
Ska.
Telling you, it's going to be in my dreams. By the way, this leads perfectly into this, because you are such a good fit to voice Aquaman and Aquaman. It's like I mean, I just imagine the way the character is and you in real life, and it's like there's no writing involved. Just be yourself, guy. You know,
they really let me. Yeah.
Be yourself. Be your quirky self. You know?
Yeah, it was great. I love doing that.
Are other animators lining up to trying to get you into their productions because of your what you've gained in notoriety from this one?
I don't know if it's a notoriety thing. I don't know. I mean, it's like,
good notoriety.
But yeah. They, like, well, more in this. I mean, like, I still have to read for animations. I'm doing this other one, which is cool. I'm doing a different voice. It's much deeper. Around here more. And
are you doing Arnold?
Oh no. How are you?
It's very similar.
Howdy, stranger. Yeah, no, I
can't.
Get
to the top.
Yeah, come on. Waiting for the bad man, Dominique.
Mr. Kimball.
I thought you were doing Mr. Freeze.
Everybody freeze. Yeah. It's Ice Age.
No. It's Mr. Freeze from the Batman movie. He has his stupid ice puns.
Oh yeah, no, I know. I remember George Clooney's like, "Hello, Freeze. I'm Batman." I was like, "Easy, Batman. That neck can't support the head movement. You're gonna rip it."
Oh, I'm doing it to myself because I'm just dying to hear you talk more. Okay. Listen, look, you've been more than generous with your time. I guess you kind of wrap it up so you can get back to your table, because it's almost over. The convention is. I just did a Yoda there. It's almost over. The convention is.
Can I? Yeah, wait. I can't even do. Everything is like. Everything needs to be re-upped on. Like even like my Kermit. Wait. No, my Kermit. Yeah. Oh, Mr. Scrooge. I can't believe. Yeah, I can't do that. And then my
Rainbow Connection.
Yeah, the Rainbow Connection. Yeah, and then there's. But he has like this apologetic tone the whole time. I can't. Yeah, it's all. Everything feels so off. This is Sunday. It's a Sunday.
Family Guy did it best when they had Ray Romano, Kermit the Frog, and three people that had the exact same voice. I'm Ray Romano. I'm Kermit the Frog. And it was like third guy. I can't remember amazing. The third one. You know.
Sure, I don't know, but that's really funny.
Okay, listen. I'll basically, usually when we wrap up an interview like this, we just want to ask if there's anything you're allowed to share about something you have coming up that you're allowed to discuss, or something you want to plug.
I don't like plugging and sharing. I've always been bad about that. I always want, watch whatever we're doing, but get to it on your own time if you want. But
you're really okay about it.
But I've never. To me, it's always. I mean, I always want people to watch stuff, but I'm like, you might not like it. I don't know if you like. I like Shazam too. I think people should still. I think it just got out onto streaming. I'm pretty harsh on a lot of my stuff, but. I really just enjoyed that movie. It's
my favorite line in that movie, and of course it's a lot of people's. And when I heard it, I'm the only guy in the whole there's the packed auditorium and just me laughing. I don't know what the hell these people are like. What's wrong with her? Are you stupid? Like, why aren't you laughing? You have any sense of humor? Because when she goes, taste the rainbow. I can't. Oh well. Oh, my friend's gonna believe it. Taste the rainbow, motherfucker. When she says that about being on the unicorn, I laughed out loud. I was like, and it's like I was watching with a bunch of church folk. Nobody.
I thought that line. I love that line. Everyone. Yeah, and there were so many people like talking about like, oh, this product placement is like so ridiculous. I'm like, product placement to me. I mean, yeah, I guess it is, but to me, product placement is also where it's like we throw in an unnecessary thing, but there's something very 80s, 90s about Shazam. And there's just these things where it's like, come on, we really like. It's like a kid stopping a unicorn, But with Skittles. I mean, to me, that's like perfect.
Yeah, it's
like,
playful.
That's very.
How would a kid solve a problem with candy? E.T.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Reese's Pieces. There's a lot of candy-based metaphor.
Yeah,
in 80s movies.
It's a lot of throws to a lot of stuff, but it's just like as an appreciation to it. And I really liked our movie. I really liked how it went. The critics were so mean to it, but I was just like, you guys are so mean about the movie, but I thought it was really nice and really good, yeah. This was, and then we'll cut it into yours.
Can you say CNN? This was.
Wait, what was it? The new Atlantic Yellow Pages. This is CNN. This is CNN. One of those. New Atlantic Yellow Pages. The new Atlantic Yellow Pages. The new.
Oh, you're a treasure, man. Thank you so much for doing that. Thank you so much. Anyways, that's it. That's it.
We're going to cut this.
We done.
Cut it right here. Right here.
Everyone leave.
I have to remove my socks.
Oh.
I've done this for thousands of people. This is I work.
I'm not judging you.
I work fascia. You're going to put your hands around my hands like this. I'm going around your neck. Put your hands over mine. Bring your, lace them together, your fingers. Bring your elbows together. Elbows together. Yep. Relax your body. Relax. Nice.
Oh, God, I heard the... It's like a sling.